state your name and who you represent, and give us your 3 minutes.
My name is Lily Tang Williams. I'm here to represent our American Initiative, a non-profit grassroots organization, and myself as a Chinese immigrant mother who grew up in China. I wanted to tell you the country I grew up with for 24 years. I lived there. We had no parental rights. My grandma had no parental rights. When Chairman Mao said, all of you children got to go to countryside to be re-educated by peasants. My favorite uncle was only 17 years old. He went to countryside, remote countryside for 10 years with his life there, and came back with no skills and no education. My grandma had no choice. If you don't send your kids, you'll be criticized. You will lose your properties. And my parents had no choice. And I have 2 brothers. We grew up under Mao's regime during Cultural Revolution. And they tell you that what to learn, what the nationalized standards you have, and the assessment. And we got to collect data since grade 1. And we have each file called the student file with your picture in it, with all your classified, all the private information in there. Parents had no rights. We had no choice but to let them to do that. And I have 3 children in this country. I came over here and I thought that I would have the parental rights. I would have freedom to raise my children the way I see fit. I don't have government force, interference to tell me what to do as a parent. I don't know what happened to this country. Now I go to schools. My kids are subject to Common Core and subject to data mining of my children and subject to nationalized testing. I have no choice. It's all just coming down to my throat. I have no choice when even my doctor told me, we're going to separate your daughter from you in this medical room and you cannot be here. And we're going to do mandatory depression screening and you have no choice, you have to pay for it. I said, what kind of country did I come here for? It's no longer a shining city on a hill. And I understand there's some parents who are not capable to take care of their children. They're abusive parents, and they need to be helped, and the state has a role to play in that. I understand. But those are very small percentage of parents. And most parents are good. Can you say you love my children more than I do? You care about my children more than they do? I don't buy that. That's what communists told us in China. I love my children. So I want to let you know that please support this bill. And we have a famous Chinese quote here I want to share with you from thousands of years of wisdom. One rat spoils whole pot of soup. If they say we have small percentage of parents who are not responsible, it's not justified reason for you to take my parental rights away. It's just not. Let's put our brain together, solve those problems directly, help those parents directly. So thank you, and please support this bill.
Thank you.
Any questions, I would love to answer you.
Great. Are there any questions for our witness? I actually went to China last year, the year before. It's a very fascinating country.
It is culturally very rich, and people are wonderful. Our government still screwed up, though. Yes, that's why I came here, because I have no freedom there. Can you believe if you are rich, you can be billionaire, but you are still slave at the same time? That's what happens when you have all the economical freedom to get rich, but you have no political freedom to say what your kids should be learning in school. That's upside down. And I would rather to be poor, but I have all my freedom. It's called not to be a slave. So please consider this bill. We can put our brain together to solve our country's problems, but not strip parents' rights away. It's not a right approach.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your testimony.